Culturally responsive education at Hamilton is a task for the entire team. All stakeholders need to be a part of the team and actively work toward creating equitable classrooms. As a current assistant principal at South Middle School, I strive to build relationships with staff and students. Once I get to know who and what my community needs, that is when I'm able to serve our students. At Hamilton, I will take the time to understand what my community needs and learn about what makes each person unique. I know this sounds like a big task, but I'm up for the challenge. I also know that implementing and upholding consistent and positive behavior interventions will promote school-wide success and safety. I'm a woman of my word and understand the importance of holding my community accountable through restorative practices and clear expectations. I want my staff and students to feel like their voice is heard and that they are a central piece of our school puzzle. When I think about question 2, what are some examples that have led a team of educators to embrace equity and significantly improve student achievement? I think about when I stepped into the role of assistant principal from being the math instructional coach. I knew it was time to step up and take my teachers to the next level. Being the assistant principal offered me a wider variety of roles to make sure my teachers were supported and given what they needed to provide the best math instruction possible. While working with the math team, I was also leading the culturally and linguistic diverse team. Learning while leading is essential to all good leaders. I was able to bridge a gap between building language and mathematics. I worked with my math teachers to break down standards and to focus on language to increase engagement while also increasing rigor. I invited my CLDE teacher leader to accompany me into classrooms to help provide feedback on equitable instruction for our multilingual learners. She and I were able to meet with each of our teachers to co-plan lessons and increase student talk and embedded English language development practices in core content classes. The results were evident with a 79% typically growth increase in math iReady, as well as in our district interims. I'm so thankful for this opportunity per pandemic. This work paid off when teachers were struggling to engage students with online learning. Every student increased in math in some way or another. When I think about question 3, confronting a challenge, I was a district math coordinator in Greeley. I approached one school that had an overwhelming amount of failing scores. I first went into the building to observe and to get to know the school culture and community. While I was observing and reflecting, I realized I needed to focus a lot of my effort on making a change for our kids. I met weekly with the principal and her admin team. Our common goal was to increase math proficiency. The school had been trying for years to make a positive change, but was struggling to do so. Changing a comprehensive high school's master schedule at Christmas was a difficult task, but in order to have math achievement, it had to be done. I met daily for the last 2 weeks of the semester with the master scheduler and the principal to see if we could rearrange the master schedule to include double blocks of math. As we spent countless hours rearranging teacher schedules and student schedules, we understood the impact this had on the entire school community, but knew it was best for students. As a result of this change, we raised math achievement on CMAS by 12%. Working with center-based programs is something that I have already done. At South Middle School, we have a SSN program and an effective needs program. In all my teaching and leadership experience in schools, I've always had a passion to make a difference in areas where others might not. I was asked to be the assistant principal over the 6th grade with the intention of assisting with our students receiving services for their effective needs. I make it my goal to build relationships with students and have had a great success with students that might not make as many connections with other adults in their lives. After working closely with the Effective Needs program this year and in years past, I feel confident that I can increase student success by helping set goals to include academics and life skills for the rest of their lives.